anybody that supports Donald Trump, I think, is fucking crazy. And that's like 85% of Republicans right now.
But that is still a significantly large population of a developed country of the United States.
That's pretty crazy.
So how do you not have this like shadow of a doubt, at least in your opinion, of like, okay, if so many people, and within this group of people, there are extremely intelligent people.
There are very intelligent people that support Donald Trump, but they do it with their head in the sand. Or if somebody were to say something like, listen, okay, yeah, Donald Trump is all these things, but like the tax cuts are good. And I like the economy a little bit more because he like tries to deregulate something. Like, okay, fine.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
South Park did a great episode where you have like a turd sandwich and like a piece of diarrhea. I don't know. And you have to choose between the turd sandwich and the diarrhea. If you have Trump and someone else, I'm just giving an example here, and you don't like the someone else, doesn't that then by default you're going with Trump? Does that make you
but that's
insane?
only if you're dumb enough to think that your choices are two things that are essentially the same. Like I said, I understand why some people support Trump. Like when I say that they're crazy, I don't necessarily mean like in a malevolent kind of way, or I'm sorry, malicious kind of way. Usually they just don't know anything. So they like Trump because he like owns the left, or like because people say this thing like, oh well, the both parties are the exact same thing. Like no, they're not. Like you're rich if you think that. You're wealthy and you're stupid and you're disconnected. If you actually think that both parties stand for the same thing, they clearly don't. Right? Abortion or Supreme Court justice picks are a really big example of that. Or support for like same-sex marriages are a big example of that. The difference in the types of legislations that both people have passed is a huge example of that. The different approaches to foreign policy are a huge example of that. Like the two parties are very, very, very different in terms of what they stand for and represent. The only way you can think they're the same is if you just don't follow it much, or if you're pretty wealthy and insulated and you don't really care that much and you just like whoever's the funniest on Twitter.